It's your boy DK, and I'm back with another review for you. And this time I'm reviewing Netflix's Beverly Hills Cop Axel F, aka Beverly Hills Cop 4. I ain't even gonna lie, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. Like the first Beverly Hills Cop, classic, out the water. Part 2, it was a little muddled, Part 3, trash, automatic trash, out the rip. They and I guess it took like years and years before they could make another one. And then they actually had they actually shot a pilot for a TV show for it, but that never came to fruition, which from the looks of it, it wasn't gonna do that well anyway. But now, here we are, 30-something years later with part 4. And honestly, man, I watched it when I watched it after having a few drinks. I came home and watched it on some buzz junk. Like I was out shooting pool with my friends, and I came back home. By the time I came back home, it was like midnight, and I was like, man, let me check out this movie. Ended up watching it. Had a couple chuckles in there. Didn't really care for it. I'm an Eddie Murphy fan, so this movie, I wasn't excited about it, but I was like, all right, let me check it out. It might be all right. So I did laugh at some jokes. It was kind of funny. It wasn't fall down funny. Some of the jokes was telegraphed. You could tell where they was going with the comedy. It was predictable. Eddie Murphy was Eddie Murphy, playing an older version of a character that made him super famous. He didn't seem like he was enthusiastic about playing this character again, if I'm being honest. It just wasn't that. Now he has a daughter out of nowhere. A daughter named Jane, which I thought was weird. Of course, they have that movie trope where the main character has a child and they have a strained relationship. That didn't work for me. They brought back Taggart and Rosewood, who are both very much older. Rosewood, Billy, he wasn't even in the movie that much. Taggart was in there, but he was sprinkled in. Then they brought in Kevin Bacon as the bad guy, which was also telegraphed. You could just tell as soon as they introduced him, you just knew he was a bad guy. So it wasn't much excitement there. One thing I didn't care for was the fact that it was like every single scene Eddie Murphy was in, he was trying to BS his way into a situation, just like he would when he was younger with Axel. And when he was younger, it worked. He could literally talk his way into any situation and get in. This movie, they do it so much. I think he did it like 6 or 7 times. And it was just like, all right, I get it. Y'all don't have to keep doing that. And it didn't work. The violence wasn't, for this to be a rated R movie, it wasn't much violence. I don't know if they was trying to lean more on the comedy or the nostalgia instead of the story and the action, but it just didn't work. Back to his daughter and their strained relationship. She doesn't even have his last name, which was automatic, another movie trope where it's like, okay, y'all got a strained relationship because she's an older woman. She don't have your last name, but she your daughter. All right, I get it. And she get threatened in the worst possible way. Like, they threatened her life, and it was so severe. It was like, yo, you got to take something like that seriously. And they kind of played that off. It didn't really come back to that. They tried to lean heavy into the nostalgia with the opening chase sequence where they played the same music that they played from parts 1 and 2, and it just didn't work for me. Because I was like, I know what y'all doing, but it's just not working. There was a scene where they went into this Mexican place I forget the guy's name. I forget the fat guy's name, but he's in almost everything. He was in Carlito's Way as the dude that was putting people on the hook, as he say. But he was in this. He was playing like a gay character. That didn't work for me either. There was a moment in the movie where it was a slap, and I was like, was that intentional or was y'all trying to joke? Because they did the same thing in Bad Boys 4, where a character is having a panic attack and another character got to slap that person. They did it in Bad Boys 4 and they did it in this movie, and I was like, all right, like, stop doing that. But overall, this movie was, if you're a fan of this franchise, you're not going to really care for this entry. I know what the critics are saying. Some critics are saying that it's good and some other people are saying it's bad. Me, I'm kind of in the middle. I could have did without this movie, but I'm glad I saw it. And yeah, if I had to rate this movie 1 out of 5, it's definitely getting a 2. And that's me being nice, only because it's Eddie Murphy. But yeah, overall, man, Axel F, Beverly Hills Cop Axel F, I'm giving it a 2 out of 5, man. 2 out of 5 thumbs up. Y'all join me for another review. I might be reviewing Bad Boys 4 next. I got to get back to it. I might be reviewing A Quiet Place Day 1. I've been doing a whole lot, so I have to really get back into it, and I definitely will be giving y'all more reviews as time goes on. But that's me. I'm out.